quite a bit of records to show you. But before I show you the records itself, I want to show you the new shelf I got. So I got this Walmart Better Homes and Garden 3-cube shelf. Now, the only thing about the shelf itself is that it has one little screw hanging out of the shelf that doesn't want to go in. I think they might have put the hole a little off. Now, my mom helped me build this shelf, but my mom suggested that I go and email Walmart and get a replacement. But I don't feel like bagging up this shelf to send it back to Walmart, so I'm going to keep the shelf, but I'm going to see if maybe they can send me another shelf as a replacement. But other than that, the shelf itself is fine. It just got a little chip on the bottom of the shelf that I think I'll just go and paint over it. But yeah, that is my newest shelf to my room that I wanted to show you in this particular video. Now, on to the great stuff, the records. Because it's always great to show records in a video. First one I got was The Doors 13. This is a compilation album by The Doors. And it has Light My Fire, People Are Strange is great, The Crystal Ship, Roadhouse Blues, Touch Me, Love Me 2 Times, Hello, I Love You, Wild Child. But everybody knows Light My Fire. Even the younger kids who are not really a fan of classic rock probably has heard Light My Fire. And I got that record at Amoeba. Now, the great thing is every once in a while at Amoeba, I will find a Doors record for dirt cheap. But most of the times, their Doors records are really overpriced. I can't see myself spending $30 for a Doors record, unless it's like maybe a first pressing or a rare record by the Doors. But newer reissue records, no, I don't want to spend $30 for a record. Next, I got a bunch of folk albums from my local Goodwill. Now, these albums are not in the greatest of condition album sleeve wise, but for $1.99 we are not getting, top-notch albums. So you have to come to expect that when you go to a thrift store and you're paying $2 for an album, you are not going to get an album that is in the best of condition. If you can accept that the album is not in the best of condition, then by all means, you will find tons of great albums at the thrift store. And the first one I got was Simon & Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Waters. And it has so many great songs. Bridge Over Troubled Waters, El Condor Pasa, Cecilia, Keep the Customer Satisfied, and my absolute favorite, The Boxer, but also The Only Boy Living in New York is a really great song. And also, when you're going to the thrift store, make sure to check that the record itself is in good condition and that the record is in the sleeve. Because a lot of times, people will go to a thrift store and they'll just go and buy the record without checking it. And then when they get home, they find that the record is either not in the sleeve or there's a different record in the album itself. So always check the records before you go and purchase them. That is my tip to you. James Taylor, Sweet Baby James. Love Sweet Baby James, Oh Susanna, and Fire and Rain. Now, a lot of the people who have been buying records for quite a while probably already know that. So that tip was more aimed at the people who are starting out in record collecting. Simon & Garfunkel, Sound of Silence. So I really love Sound of Silence. Leaves Are Green, Bless, Kathy Song, April She Will Come, I Am a Rock. Maybe I'll actually do a video about tips for people who are starting out with record collecting, because I know there are a lot of people out there who are starting out in record collecting, and record collecting is overwhelming, but do not be afraid. Once you get the hang of record collecting, you will have so much fun with it, and you will love going to the record store and crate digging for certain artists to add to your collection. Next, I got a record that is a grail to me. It's a record that I've wanted in my collection for such a long time, and it is Neil Young's Harvest. I got so stoked when I saw this record at the store. I couldn't believe it was just right there in the crate, and I had to go take a picture of the actual crate itself with the record, because you don't find things like that too often at the local Goodwill. And I'm going to be blasting Old Man on repeat, and Heart of Gold is so good too. Oh my god, Harvest is good. This is a solid effort by Neil Young, and I need to go and add more Neil Young to my collection. Next, I got Gordon Lightfoot's If You Can Read My Mind. Now, I got quite a bit of Gordon Lightfoot records, and quite a bit of Simon & Garfunkel records, and quite a bit of James Taylor records. So I think I'm going to do another collection video for each of these artists in the near future. So check back, because I got tons and tons of collection videos planned, because people seem to like that on my channel, so I'm going to continue doing that. Next, we got a really great folk album, and this is Carole King's Tapestry. I hit my record on my nose. I feel the earth moved so far away, it's too late. Beautiful, You Got a Friend, Where You Lead, Tapestry, You Make Me Feel Like. This whole album is golden, and they made a musical out of that album. Not that album, but they just made a musical in general out of Carole King's music, and I saw the Tony performance of it, and it looks like a really great musical, and I want to go and see that musical. Speaking of musicals, by the way, guys, I got tickets to Aladdin. My sister went, actually, and got us tickets to Aladdin's musical, because I've been watching a lot of videos of the musical of Aladdin, and I asked my sister if she wanted to go and see it, and she went and got us tickets. They have it out here in the Pantages Theater if any of you are interested in seeing musicals. Now, I do not have too many musicals in my record collection. I only have 2 musicals in my record collection. That is Sound of Music and Fiddler on the Roof. However, when I went to the local Goodwill in Hollywood, I saw that they had quite a bit of musicals. But I'm not really too big on the musical genre. However, I would really like to add Wicked and Hamilton to my collection, but Hamilton is quite a bit of money. It's like $60, I think, for a 3 LP record, and I just can't really see myself dropping that kind of amount of money for a record. Now, guys, I have a poster I want to show you real quick. So I got this new Bob Dylan poster for my room, and it says, can you read it? I'm going to try and zoom in with my... So I took my phone and was trying to zoom in, and I hope you saw what that poster said, but I'll read it for you if you didn't see it. It says, I accept chaos, I'm not sure whether it accepts me, Bob Dylan. I got that poster at Amoeba Records because I want to have more music-related posters in my room. So that is my video for this week of the records that I've acquired for my collection. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to my channel, because I got tons and tons of new videos planned for my channel. So peace, love, and grooviness, and keep spinning your records.